Well, hi everybody, Bruce here, and welcome back to another episode of the X-Files. Today we're going to help unravel the mysteries of the chord progressions and accompaniment. And let's start out with the signature riff that we hear mostly at the beginning and throughout the song, but mostly the beginning and the end of the song. It goes like this. Okay? So first thing you'll notice is that in the backing track, it sounded like there was a lead part and a orchestral part or an orchestral pad or some sort of accompaniment going on. And as you can hear here, it's all done all at the same time with the same setting. Now the way that little signature riff goes, you're playing a minor chord up here on the 5th fret is a bar, and what you have essentially is two measures. The first measure is a triplet on each of the quarter note beats, and the second measure you hold one note through the full second measure. So during the first, where you start off on the first measure, you start off by arpeggiating from the 6th string to the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then you use a pull-off on the 2nd string like that. So like that, and you're just holding that A minor chord. So the second time through, first time through, you hold your A note on the 5th fret of the 1st string. The second time through, you hold your B note on the 7th fret of the 1st string, which is actually your 9th. And that's it. For the tone in the A section, the main riff, I've created this sound. I call it the X-Files chorus. And the way that it works is that we have a one of the oscillators is set up to 416 Dreamvox. Another oscillator is set up to 354 tape strings, and that gives us that slow melodic orchestral sound, kind of a lazy orchestral sound. And then we have the sharp lead part is produced by the modeling of the guitar, a Model 01 electric guitar, and we have them set up as a ratio of 40-50-40. In the lead part, we had, starting up here at the 10th and 12th fret, and so what we're going to do now is we are going to play an accompaniment that is just taking those 3-note triplets and turning them into triads and playing them as chords. Now, I could tell you the name of these chords. This chord would be a B. It would be a B sus4 flatted 5 over F. So is that going to do you any good? Absolutely not. It's really based on the lead part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create the tone for these chords, and I'm going to show you notated on the side here what the fingering is for these chords. But it's exactly the same as the leads. All we do is we play the lead notes. Instead of as triplets, we play them as chords. And the other thing is, when the lead goes down here to that low part, we don't follow that down with the chords. We play the chords again in the high register. So we play the chords twice, exactly the same. Okay, and here's what they sound like. And then we play it again. And when we play the A minor, we can play the more of a bass note in there, give it some nice richness. We could also play it by playing this open A string like that, but it always seems to sound better if you play the full A minor chord like that. This is the sound that I use for the B section. It's just a very, very nice, sweet sound. The way it works is it is using a slow strings ensemble, which is patch number 363, along with a choral effect, which is called Humming 1, which is 422, and it doesn't have any guitar parts in it. It doesn't have any modeling at all. And I just use these two sounds as 50-50. The C section consists of these chords. It's an A minor, and it is an F played like that. It's the same form as a C in the open position. It's an F. And we play 4 measures of each one of those chords twice through, and then we play a B7th, because we have the 7th here gives us that A, and then we play a D minor here holding that A on the first string, and then we're back to an A minor. Now I'll play it all the way through for you, but let me just explain a little bit before we get into it about the picking pattern on this. It goes like this. And what that is if you count 4 beats, you have triplets, da 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 da, and then it holds the last quarter note, da 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 da. Actually, the third quarter note, it holds that. So you've got a. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like that, and then it plays that through all of the chords. Okay. And so let me play through the whole thing for you. Start off with the A minor. It goes 2, 3, 4, and then 4 Fs, rooting it on the 5th string. Back to the A minor, rooted on the 6th. 3, 4, F, 4 times, 2, 3, 4, then a B7th, D minor, 2 bars each, and then 4 of the A minor, 2, 3, 4, and then you stop. We come in with this very subtle pattern here like this. We want to come in right at that transition, right as we get into the A section, and then we go through the whole A section once, and then we want to not play that anymore in the second section, because in the second part of the A section it comes right back into. That comes in hot and heavy, it just comes in wham, and I'll play that section for you right there. But what we need to do is, right when we come out of the C section, we have 12 measures, I believe it is, of this, like that, and a drone. And if you've got somebody playing the lead part, yeah. Then you know, as they go back to right there, to begin the second part of the A section, you stop this little pattern. But if you listen to the backing track or the original, you'll hear it quite clearly. But here's that pattern. If you come up to an A minor chord, what you're doing is you're based off the root of the A minor chord on the 4th string. So you have on your 4th string 7th fret, and then you have on your 3rd string your 9th fret, and you just just that simple pattern. It's got to be right on the beat to sound right. And it's just the pattern like that. And then that's a saw wave. So you have your main riff coming back in with your X-Files chorus sound. But you have something else very, very important happening here, and that is that you have this, we go back to the strings section, and you have a sound that's like this. Okay, there's a couple of different ways, 3 different ways I can show you to play this, or like that, or the way I like to play it is like this. So what that is a it's an A minor, and it's bringing a 9th type note in there. But really, what's happening is it is an A sus2, I believe. It just gives it that very eerie kind of spooky like that. So let me show you how to play those chords. The easiest way to play that, going from an A minor to an A suspended second, is just to play your first, second, and third strings on the 5th fret here, and then drop your 3rd string down to the 4th fret, like that. So you have that sound. Now you know you've got an A minor up here, which is like a D minor, slid up to where your first finger's in the 8th fret. That's an A minor. And I don't play the bass note on this because it works better with just that very high ethereal sound without too much bass in it. But what we can do here is we can bring our first finger from this D minor type chord up here to the 4th string and play then the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string, like that. Another way to play it is, and I'll annotate this on the side here so you can see what the fingering is like this. That gives it just a little bit more richness because we have got 4 strings in the chord, and we've got our 4th string giving us just enough bass to give it a little bit of richness. But it doesn't sound too good if you play, you know, the A string open. It doesn't give you quite the feel that you want. You really want more of that very ethereal feel. Now, when you hear the lead playing along, it'll come naturally to you how you change these chords between this chord and this chord. But it doesn't have to be right exactly on the measure. It kind of drifts in and out, and it gives it that real kind of a ethereal, kind of spooky sound. And it's one of the things that really gives the song one of its characteristic sounds. Okay, down to the very last couple of chords in the song. What happens is we're playing that riff. Start off with that first, you'll play that 3 times, and then what happens, you know, followed by that one, you know, you play that and that's one pair. You'll play that pair 3 times, and then what you do is you hold your A minor, you just kind of loiter there twice. And then you do the same thing you did in the C section playing the accompaniment. Your B7th twice, your D minor twice, and then your A minor 4 times. And that is the end of the song. Now, you can also either as the lead player can switch over to the strings, which I did in my live performance, or however you want to do it. But while somebody is playing, you know, the accompaniment with the X-Files chorus, it's nice to play those same chords up high in the string sound. And so that was a B7th. You want to play a B, not a B7th, just a B here, and then a D minor up here on the 10th fret, and then an A minor here using that D minor kind of form here with an open A. So hopefully you've got all the pieces now that you need to go out there and knock them dead. Alright, have fun. See you later.